With us today, we got Joe, Trigger Joe Britson.
All right, let's go.
Boom! To try to get a matchup with a gunner. Oh, goes the win! Francis is gunner!
Well, this is just a fist. When I start throwing it around, I can leave one hell of a mess. Let's dance.
Multiple occasions. Wow. It looks like they're going to swing to the very end.
And he wasn't kidding. Wow. It's very rare. What a finish.
Another one.
It really poses the question, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out? Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Trying to take care of business, trying to get to goal. It's a knockout. Oh, my It's a knockout.
And it's closing in. Trying to finish it. And it's over.
Because I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to whop you on that side of your face. There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Brock is brought to you by Modelo.
I killed it!
Punch me right in the face, man.
And we have a new nickname. Okay, we have William Send It 7 Pearson. All right, other than that, we used to call him Willie Pete. We used to call him the Mad Russian.
For his opponent to be quicker on the canvas.
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby.
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough. Bitch.
Wow. How good is this?
Finish him!
Another one.
Everybody gets triggered. It's just if you become a pansy or not. That's in the Book of Brawl.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
You called down the thunder, well, now you got it.
You gotta be very careful. What's up, Trash Talkers? What's up, Gruntworks Nation? All right, we are back from a little vacation. UFC took a vacation. We didn't. All right, we were still analyzing and counting our money from the last time that we won.
I think Vegas contacted them and said, listen, we've had enough of Bill and Joe. We need a week off.
Well, yeah, like Bill and Joe went nuts. And the worst part is when we were betting, Joe and I had like a 7-fighter that we lost the 1 fight on. The only fight that we lost all night was our 7-fight parlay that would have paid like $800. But we hit every other parlay. We hit all the locks. Bill and Joe nailed all the locks. So absolutely beautiful. Now, let's explain it again to you guys that are watching. All right, stick around because at the end, these guys give you their locks and their parlays. Now, sports betting, if you don't have a lot of money, don't gamble. It's that simple. All right. If you got a little bit of scratch, 20, 25 bucks, 30 bucks, you know what? Go on DraftKings, go on, my bookie, go on wherever you got, throw 20 bucks down on some of these guys' parlays. Now, the Big Earl likes to mix and match. All right. So I do a little bit of both and I've been doing pretty well. So write them down, think about them, put a little bit of scratch down, make some money. Now, the NFL is almost here, gentlemen. I don't know if you're starting to get the little things on your arms. Now I know there's some. I've been saying now a lot. I've been drinking today, so let's stop saying now. There there's a lot of people that don't like the NFL still because Colin Kaepernick took a knee. Has Colin Kaepernick taken a snap in like 3 years?
Oh, I don't think he's gonna take one again ever for any reason at all.
Right. Now, I'm not getting political on this. I don't give a shit. All right. What are we talking about? These are the best athletes in the world. In the world. And they put pads on and they try to kill each other. And we call ourselves Gruntworks. We call ourselves veterans, veteran trash talk. These guys are monsters. If you gave the Big Earl or Sergeant Major Senate 7 Pearson 3 weeks with some of these guys, all right, like any war is over, right? These guys are monsters. So we will pick the NFL, and it will be awesome. So if you want to bet on the NFL, it's coming, and we're gonna make money that way too. So as for now, we're talking UFC, and our sponsors are 10th Mountain Whiskey. All right, cheers, brothers. And then we also got Kyle Early with Barrage Coffee. All right, and his slogan is "No coffee for commies." So get on BarrageCoffee.com and go check him out. During this show, feel free, absolutely 100% free, to go to shop.veterantrashtalk.com or gruntworksclothing.com or gruntworkscoffee.com and put in, what is it, VTTGW, right? And you get a discount. Go do it. All right. We are veteran owned. We're grunt owned, unlike Grunt Style. So go ahead and do that. All right. All the pleasantries are done. Let's talk about fights. This is what we're here for. Talk about some fights. And with us is the champ who, for some reason, for months, just keeps crushing Trigger Joe. All right. So Bill, Send It 7 Pearson, welcome again. And then we got Trigger Joe Britson, just continuing to lose and lose.
I don't feel like
with no excuses, right? Which is, I guess it's a good thing.
I'm pretty comfortable with my results.
Maybe
lately.
like your internet went out or you couldn't watch a weigh-in. I mean, something. Can we reach for some kind of joke? Like anything?
I hit a 6 fighter last time. I'm kind of pleased.
You didn't hit the 7, Joe.
Well.
But anyways, so we got Dave watching and calling me during the show on Veteran Trash Talk. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for not calling me during the show. It's really appreciated. First fight. Baker, are you ready? Do you want to say something, Baker? Do you want to say something so people think that they know that there's a voice back there? God. No, nothing? You're not going to do it, huh? We got a flyweight fight with Pantoja at 23-5, and then you got Roy Val at 12-5. Now let me tell you something. About this fight. I was researching it. I was thinking about it, and the Big Earl. Remember, hey, people watching for the first time, don't listen to a fucking word I'm about to say. Okay, like so. Anyways, so I've been thinking about it, and this fight's going to be a scratch. All right, this is how this is going to happen because I literally have turds bigger than both these guys, and nobody wants to watch it. But Roy Val is not going to come out because he's constipated. All right, that's going to happen. So don't put this guy in any bets because it'll be a scratch, and you're going to lose your whole parlay. So let's go to Bill. Bill, who we got in this fight?
Okay, so this one I got Pantoja. He's just a tougher dude. He's got 11 more fights, I think it is, Joe. He's got 2 losses. Last 2 losses.
Got 11 more wins.
Yeah, he's got his last 2 losses were Askarov and Figueiredo. Was 1 are not bad losses, and 2 they were all decisions. So taking Figueiredo the distance is pretty damn good. And Royval's coming off of getting slept by Brandon Moreno, so he's shown he can get lights out. Now, granted, yeah, these are 125-pound guys. It's just not packing that punch. As Nick said, we've had turds bigger than these guys. So that's why I think it's going to go decision. I just don't think either Now, Pantoja has TKO guys before, and Royval has been shown to be slept, but I don't see that happening this fight. So I'm going to pick a Pantoja by decision. I think he's just fought the better class of fighter. I think he's the stronger dude. So yeah, I think Pantoja by decision.
All right, a little bit different of a pick than the Big Earl said, but
A little bit.
remember, don't listen to me unless you want to make serious money.
Just
You want to make serious money, you listen to me, and you bet the prop bet that it's going to be a scratch based on constipation. All right, I don't think that bet's going to exist, so don't even fucking worry about it. Joe, Trigger Joe, what say you?
I got the exact same thing Bill's got. I got Pantoja. I like him anywhere the fight goes. I think he's just better. If you want to get gutsy and call this one under 2.5, I think he could sub Royval, and I think he could sleep him too. But based on the fact that they are half the size of the heavyweights, literally, I'm gonna say carries the distance and he doesn't sleep him. So got Pantoja by decision. Yeah, I like his experience. He's definitely a better submission grappler, and he could sleep him. So
Awesome.
Pantoja decision.
Awesome. Hey, so those of you watching, again, we got Chris working in the background. We call him the Baker. All right. And you don't want to deal with the Baker, but the Baker's doing a tremendous job. We appreciate everything he does. And so you see all that stuff on the screen, like it's going across. All right. Remember, go to those websites and put in that code, and then you get a discount. But remember, we're all veteran owned. We make about $1 a shirt, and then we still donate 50 cents of that $1 to stop soldier suicide. So, feel free to not make us rich and just buy a shirt, because we donate it all anyways. It doesn't matter. But go there, because he did all that work. Look out on the phone. I don't know if you can see it, but it scrolls across the shit. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. All right. So let's reward the Baker and go buy some shirts. Gruntworksclothing.com, shop.veterantrashtalk.com. Doesn't even matter. Anyways, lightweight fight. Now this one scares me. This one scares me a little bit, because I was looking at it and I was analyzing it, and the Big Earl, put the Big Earl thinking cap on, and we got Pichel. Did I get it? Pichel, 13-2 versus Hubbard, who's 13-5. Now, did you look at Pichel's picture? Did anybody look at it and actually study? This guy's cartel, bro. Right? I don't care what any of you say, but he's from the Guzman cartel down in Juarez. All right. I've seen his side before. So I'm gonna go with old guy. He's 40, right? Who's 40 with only 15 fights? Who's this guy? So I'm worried about him. So he's gonna win in a first round TKO, because Hubbard's he's just gonna fall over. He's not gonna beat him, because he doesn't want to piss off the cartels. So I got Pichel, the old man cartel guy, first round knockout. Joe, what say you?
Yeah, I got Pichel in this one. I think he's just meaner than Hubbard. Hubbard's a nice fighter. He's kind of a jack of all trades type guy, and Pichel's wrestling is he's got a great ground game. So I don't see Hubbard being able to stop his takedowns. I see Pichel getting a lot of control time, couple of rounds where they spend a lot of it on the mat. Probably not a super exciting banger like most people would think. Pichel's a grinder, and he's mean, and he's fight young, even though he's age old, because he's only had 15 of them. So I like Pichel by decision, and I actually think that's a really good fight to put in a parlay with the odds that they're playing right now. Bill.
So we have a comment from Megan, okay, that is spot on, where she is like, that mustache has seen things. All right. So I am gonna 100% agree with that, because that backs up the Big Earl's theory that this dude,
that mustache buried a body of words.
It's buried a few in the Chihuahua desert. I don't know if you heard about that. Chihuahua.
I believe it's been used as some sort of a carnival ride at least a couple of times in his life.
Yeah. Who wants a mustache ride? All right. Anyways,
I do.
Let's go.
I know.
Anybody who's not watched
Bill
Super
said it. I was
Troopers,
hoping somebody would.
anybody who hasn't seen Super Troopers, you're missing one of the top 5 comedies of all time.
No, it's
All right?
cool,
It was
bro. If you haven't
called-
seen Super Troopers, just lose my number.
Yeah, just lose my number. Hang up, bro. All right. So, hey, Bill, let's get back to the money. Who is going to win this fight?
So same thing, Pichel, by decision. I got exactly the same as Joe. Honestly, I think he just has that old guy grit. He's just a meaner, tougher dude. And like Joe said, he's older in age, but young in fight. So his body's not worn down as these older fighters are. And right now,
he was killing the other cartel, Bill. All right, that's what he was doing.
His
right now, the
nickname
odds
is
they have
from hell. I mean,
they're both at a -108. So I would actually throw that in a parlay too. So I think I disagree with those odds. I think he should be more heavily favored, but take it for your parlay for sure. And if you're superstitious and you want to go off patterns, Hubbard in his last 6 fights have gone win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, win. So if you want to go off that pattern, he's due to lose now. But really, I think it's because Michelle's just going to be the tougher dude. Yeah. And he's going to grind him out to a tough decision.
All right. So, hey, I've been drinking a lot. So who's winning this fight again? Joe.
Pichel.
Vince Pichel.
Pichel's taking this one. All right. Okay. I got to circle it. I forgot to circle this stuff. This is how I make my money, and I'm too drunk to even remember how I make money. All right. So the next fight. I need the baker to put this up before I start talking shit about it because, again, you got to put a lot of analysis into these fights. And the Big Earl, he comes through, all right, every time. I got a bantamweight fight. We got Jones at 13-6 versus Kachamanov. Kachamanov? Do you know it? Do you know how to say it, Joe?
God bless you.
Do you know how to say it?
No, I don't.
Dude, Bill, do you know how to say this guy's last name?
Kakramanov.
All right, so Bill's Russian, so he definitely understands this. All right, so I have to. This one's a weird one because look at that. Look at that picture. He doesn't exist. When I pulled this fight up, his reach was non-existent.
They couldn't measure it.
So who is this guy? Is he Corona? I mean, like, is he the virus? I think if this guy wins, that's the nickname he has to take. Like, I am the virus. Nobody sees me. Nobody knows what I'm doing. However, I'm going opposite. I'm going Jones 3rd round, and he's going to deface this Kakamachakadov, whatever his name is, Scooby-Doo style.
Cock ram man of.
He's going to pull his face off and say, let's see who you really are. And it's going to be Khabib. All right? That's what I'm calling. I'm calling this is actually Khabib on this fight card, and nobody fucking knows about it. All right? You laugh now, Joe, but it's coming. And I've called this shit before. But Jones is going to pull his face off. He's going to pull his face off, and it's going to be Khabib. Bill, what say you?
I don't think that's going to happen. But hey, up.
But why, Bill?
that's a not a possibility. So anyway, I got Jones on this one.
Really? It's not a possibility?
I was going back and forth on how I thought it was going to end. I was going for the decision for a while. But I'm actually going to go with a 2nd round TKO on this one. Jones actually has a pretty good record going. He's really won his last 4. They considered one a no contest because later on he ended up popping hot for weed in his system. So they made that one a no contest, which is stupid.
So wait, you're not going to give us anything on this Cockman knocking it off. All right.
It's
like
Cock man ram of.
Cock man ran. Like, you're not going to give us anything on why you're basing this decision. This guy's just a ghost.
Well, I would love to if you'd shut up.
How can I shut up?
So anyway, this is Kakramonov's first fight in the UFC. He took this fight short notice as well. He's got a decent record, but it's all been outside the UFC.
And
this
he's
is really
fat.
Yeah, it's his first time to shine for Dana White. So a lot of these guys will just you don't tell Dana White no if you're looking to get in the UFC. Short notice or not, you just take that first fight, win or lose. he'll give you a second fight. So I think he's going to go in there. He's going to fight his heart out. He's probably going to be tired. Second round TKO for Jones.
All right, the face man's commenting. Dave's commenting. Face man of BTT. Dave, stay out of this. All right, this isn't the Bundesliga.
It's aliens.
It's not. That's what I was gonna say. It's not aliens. All right, he's not. They're not fighting fucking aliens, Dave. All right, unless what I predict, which is pretty much believing in aliens. All right, like if they pull the face off and it's an alien, then we care about your comments on this fight.
Dave just got excited because he saw
man.
two guys 5'7", 135, and he thought we were talking about soccer.
Exactly. He's like, these guys might actually be superstars.
They look like soccer players.
Yeah. But anyway, let's not get distracted by third world country sports. Let's talk more about fighting. Like,
it costs
Joe,
a lot.
what do we got?
Oh, I like Jones in this fight. Yeah, I like Jones. And, you know, I see a pattern coming here, and I'm not going to call it before we get to the end, but Bill and I are on the same frequency so far tonight, and I got Jones by second round TKO also. Cock Manram came in 4 pounds overweight, which means he's probably going to gas. Probably going to gas because it probably means he was way overweight and either said, F it, I'm not killing myself to cut. I'm just going to get within a reasonable accepted weight, and he probably is out of shape. So Bill's right on that one. He's probably going to get his 6 months of horse meat like Dana White promises all these guys with that many syllables in their name. And he's going to come out and fight his heart out, but he's probably going to gas, and he's probably going to get caught. And Jones just has a much better competition history. So I like Jones by TKO in the second.
Those are all respectable picks, but again, if you see a prop bet for a defacing of let's see who you really are, I'm telling you, put money on it because we're
Nick,
gonna
I
find
cannot
out.
wait. I hope you're looking at the same picture I am for the next fight. Because
dude, I did
body
my
is fantastic.
I did my
Looks
analysis.
like fucking butterbean.
I did my analysis on this, and so the next fight is a heavyweight fight. So the ones I usually like.
God damn.
But when I pulled up the tape of these guys, the pick was clear, right? There was no doubt about who I was taking. Now, it might surprise the experts because it usually does, right? Joe and Bill, you know, they don't understand.
But that is not Bam Bam Bigelow.
No, it's not.
Okay,
but we got a heavyweight fight with Porter. Are the pictures up there? Look at these guys. Look at these fucking guys. All right. So you got Porter 11-6 versus this guy. Like fucking vanilla ice. Like what the fuck? Sherman at 15-7. Right. So again, the Big Earl thought about this, and he thought about it hard, and he put a lot into it. I'm going to go with decision, and I'm going to go with Sherman. All right. Do you want to know why? Because look at Sherman's face. Sherman's the guy that you can hit in the head with a bat like 12 times, and he just stares at you.
What?
And you're sitting there like, motherfucker. Like, what is wrong with? Fall down, right? And he just
Why won't you die?
Yes. So this is going to be one of those decision fights that screws up both Bill and Joe's parlays, where this decision is going to go to Sherman because the judges are just going to be so impressed with getting cold cocked 16,000 times, and Sherman will take him down once, and then that'll be the pick. Like that's what happened at like 3 weeks ago when we lost all those bets, was because somebody took somebody down, and then all of a sudden that was like the coolest thing ever. So Sherman's going to win in a decision because he's going to get hit 75,000 times in the face and take the other guy down once. Joe, what say you?
If this goes to the decision, I think Porter may die. I mean, I don't know if his heart can take 15 minutes of hard anything other than maybe the Nathan's Famous contest next to Joey Chestnut, but that fat body is not going 15 minutes. I got Sherman here, and oh man, I got him by first round knockout. I don't think Porter's been knocked out 3 times. Sherman's been knocked out also, but he's bigger, he's got a longer reach, and he lands 6 punches a minute. I don't think Porter can take it. I think he's going to get him out of there in the first round. I don't think he's going to 1-punch sleep him, but I think he's going to finish him.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
You know how many times it took me to punch you to tap you out? Just saying. I mean, hey, so those of you watching, just so you know that the one time Joe and I fought, I mean, it was over pretty quickly.
Hey, what happened? What happened? I never heard this story.
There's some details that aren't in there, but
the best part is, Bill, is according to how many of these he's had, the detail, it could be a whole new story right now.
Right, but let's skip to the end.
Well,
we had the I don't know if that's the international sign for I suck. All right,
I believe I was doing this because my shoulder was out of socket.
Okay.
So I went like that.
Nice. Anyway, so that was a great trip back to memory lane. We take it, 90% of the shows.
Those tracks are well late on that trip. They've been taken many a time.
So Blaze Taylor on VTT says that fight is going to go down by submission.
Which one, Porter and Sherman?
The fat guys, yeah. So who's the submission artist that
it's going to be Sherman. Porter's not going to submit Sherman.
Yeah. So there we have that. Hey, Taylor, if you ever want to come on the show, or those of you watching now, these guys are willing to give up $100 of their own money to challenge you. And then if you lose, you got to buy a shirt. If you win, you get whatever you want. Anyways, little plug before we start the co-main and the main event.
You want my pick on this or what?
Oh, no, Bill, shit, did I skip you?
Oh.
My bad. Bill, go.
Actually, he has a decent point. Actually, Porter's got like 5 submission wins in his repertoire. However, that shit ain't happened in this fight. Joe and I are exactly deadlocked on this one again. I got Sherman first round TKO. They've both shown they can get clipped, but when Porter gets knocked out, it's always in the first round. And Sherman just throws punches and bunches, and I think he knows
3 inches of reach and 4 inches of
Porter's height. He's going to throw haymakers, miss a lot, and he's going to tire fast. And then those hands are going to start to drop, and Sherman's going to clip them. I give it second half of the first round. Sherman first round TKO.
Bill, I apologize for not being sober. That's about all you're going to get out of that, because otherwise I'll just take your shoulder like I said, Joe's. So we had it. We were going to transition to the next fight, but I screwed it up. Anyways, before we transition, go to shop.veterantrashtalk.com, go to gruntworksclothing.com, put in the code VTTGW. It's running across the screen. One of our smart guys puts that across there. Quit being a triggered pansy, veteran trash talk. All right. The president, Joe Biden, said you're going to need F-15s and nukes. Well, guess what? Gruntworks Clothing has that shirt for you as well. So go ahead and get those shirts. Support veteran-owned companies. And then we have our sponsors, which have weighed heavy into how this is going. That's 10th Mountain Bourbon whiskey.
Hey, that glass was a different color 15 minutes ago.
It was way browner.
Oh,
I'm gonna fill it back up. And then we also have tomorrow morning. I'm gonna put Kyle
Bill, someone's in your house.
Barrage Coffee. Bill, someone's in your house. The big dog. Anyways, so Barrage Coffee.
Scared me.
Go to barragecoffee.com. All right, you got CBD infused coffee. All right, and then you also have other kinds.
My wife loves that shit, by the way.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, Joe. Really.
Did
you just question Bill's integrity?
Yeah.
Like he said, the coffee was good.
You're a fucking idiot.
Did you attack the wife too? Did you attack the spouse? I mean, we could get into this if you want.
There you go. Take a deep dive in that glass.
I'm going to. Are you switching to monsters now? Anyways, all right. It's a dumpster fire. All right, there's our logo. It's a dumpster fire. It happens. It happens once in a while. You know, it is what it is.
It happened.
Let's move on because the baker has something to do, and he's so mad that we're wasting time. So we have a lightweight fight, which I love.
Mars Capone.
Jesus, you got Guida, who happens to be the name of the regimental sergeant major of 2505. All right, 2P, the Panthers. All right, the 3rd Brigade, the only continuously deployed brigade from the 82nd. Doesn't matter what Bill says.
Gang sign.
Right, the 3rd Brigade is the only continuously deployed brigade, and it is the Golden Brigade.
It's our
So
gang
you all bow down. Bill loves 3rd Brigade. That's how he said it. It's every time. And he's 36 and I mean, Bill, we don't got. You could say it live. You could bend the knee to 3rd Brigade.
Well, my brigade doesn't exist anymore. So
Well, right, because they were just a bunch of trash.
They were eviscerated.
Yeah. No, 4th Brigade, 82nd, they are gone, but they were awesome fighters. So let's go to Guida, 36 and 17. Lots of fights. And I knew exactly where to go with this fight right away. And you got Gadsden at 10 and 0, undefeated.
That's Madsen.
And this is where the experts are going to tell you that they're just setting Gadsden up for the next level, and he's going to beat this guy here, and they're going to give you all this expert shit. But guess what? The old man's going to win. Do you want to know why the old man's going to win? Because fuck your parlay. That's why. He's going to win by a decision, and your parlay is going to get crushed because this guy is going to win. So, Bill, I don't want to skip you because fuck your parlay. What do you got?
So I'm going with Madsen, but I'm also telling everyone I would not touch this with a parlay just because it's Clay Guida. Clay Guida looked like a world beater in his last fight. He is not a world beater. He's never going to own a belt. But he's that guy that, man, he'll sneak up on you and whoop your ass if you don't take him seriously. And kind of like what you alluded to, this is Madsen's fight where they're sending him a journeyman to see if he can make it past that, get to that next level. So I got Madsen in a decision just because Clay Guida isn't an easy man to put away. I mean, he's a tough dude. So it'll definitely go the distance. Madsen's the heavier favorite. I think minus 174 last time I looked. But yeah, I've got Madsen by decision just because Guida's too tough to get, submitted or put away. His ground game's phenomenal. And like I said, he's just a tough dude. So yeah, Madsen by decision, but do not put it in a parlay.
All right, there you have it. I knew something about this fight. So he spent way more time than I did analyzing this, but I mean, it's UTEP. It's better than Arizona State. So, Joe, who do we got?
Yeah, normally that would be, it'd be a good theory. The old guy comes through and whoops the up and comer. But this is where Lee Corso says, "Not so fast, my friend. Not this time. Not at this moment in Clay Guida's career. I don't see him winning this fight." Madsen's just he's a very similar version of Guida. He's a grinded out wrestler. He's got 6 finishes out of his 10 wins. But he hasn't finished anybody as tough as Guida, and I don't think he will. I do think he'll out wrestle him. I think Guida will make your heart skip a beat if you got this in a parlay and maybe win one round, possibly lose a split decision, and you'll be nervous the whole fight. But I do have Madsen winning. I just don't see Clay Guida beating him now, because he would have to choke. He's a physical specimen. He's strong. The guy's a bully. But he's also 36. He's only got 10 fights and he's 36. So he's not a young guy. It's now or never. And he's definitely taking Clay Guida seriously. So I got him by decision.
Yeah, I noticed you used the word bully there. Is there anything you want to talk about?
What's that?
Is there anything you want to get out?
Is it about my feelings?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready to do that on this platform, but thanks for I feel completely ambushed.
You are getting ambushed. It's almost like
putting me on the map. What are you gonna do next, Nick? Play the national anthem without telling me it's coming?
I'm just saying, like, are you not supposed to like beat people up in UFC?
Yeah, there's points fighters, and then there's guys who get in your face and try to bully you. You know the difference.
All right, I just want to make sure, because we can talk about it here to do well for the people watching. Like, if you want to open up and talk about it. No, sorry.
I'm okay. I'm good.
All right. So those of you that don't know, Joe is from South Lyon, right? So it's a little area in Michigan where they weren't very good at anything. Like, the plant shut down in 1970. Everybody lost their jobs. And then Joe got a pass interference call on the goal line, and it cost them the state title. So don't worry about it. Like, when he talks about bullying, he deserved every bit of it because he shouldn't have grabbed the guy, all right, by the hip. He should have, played defense correctly. But anyways, we're going to the main event.
Cut him off.
Main event. Joe, you want to talk about it? No? All right.
I'm good. I want to talk about the main event.
Okay. So the main event, we got Cannonier in a middleweight fight at 13-5 versus Gastelum. And now that name rings a bell to me. I 17-7. And for some reason, I feel like we've lost money on this guy. It's just, he has that name where I'm like, uh-oh, I think we lost some money on this guy. Like, he scares me a little bit.
We have.
Yeah. And so I'm going to go with Cannonier because, Joe, you weren't there. But Dave, are you still watching? Comment. I don't know. But if Dave's still watching, we literally named Shaner's son. So when we had a soldier, we had a buddy of ours, peer of ours, his wife got pregnant, and he goes, it's a boy. We were in JRTC when he found out the sex of the baby. And we said, name it Cannon. And he's like, why? I was like, because football or baseball, he's already a recruit, no matter how good he is. Because you're going to see, like, the paper is going to say Cannon had 7 strikeouts. Right? Is that a nickname? What is that? All of a sudden, the scouts show up. Right? Because it's Cannon. So Cannon's going to win this fight. And he's going to win in a first-round TKO, and he's going to do a running cage jump roundhouse. I don't know if you've seen those before, but it's happening.
So it looks kind of like a pirouette with a foot out.
Yeah, like it's going to be ridiculous.
So
and then when Joe Rogan interviews him after the fight, he's just going to go, Cannon. And that's it. Like it's the Cannon, bro. Like, anybody named Cannon wins. Now, who's fight picking this? I'm drunk. Is it Joe's? It's Joe's. We're gonna go with Joe. Joe, let's go.
Yeah, this one's gonna be a war. Gastelum will make it a war. But I think it's Cannonier's night. I don't think he knocks out Gastelum. No one's done that. I think he wins by decision, but I think it could be a it's gonna be a very close fight. Gastelum's a hard guy to put away. He took Adesanya the distance, and he wore a beating, and he wobbled Adesanya more than once. So I like Cannonier's power to kind of keep Gastelum at bay. He's got 6 inches of reach, 6.5 inches of reach on him, and Cannonier used to fight at heavyweight. And I
was in a gay porn called 6.5 inches of reach. No big deal.
He has wins at heavyweight in the UFC, and he cuts down to 185. So I got him in a decision over Gastelum in a great fight.
All right. Before we go to Bill, because I want to skip him again, there's a gentleman, or Giorgio Hauser.
It's married to my niece.
Nice. He says, what's up, Bill? So I have a feeling this is the fight that he has been waiting for. So who is going to win this one? Because Mr. Hauser is intrigued.
Another fister in the 82nd Airborne Division.
So an additional RTO.
Sure. Yeah, so I got Cannonier decision as well. He's a bigger, stronger fighter. I think Gastelum is actually going to get a round. I think he'll probably take the second round.
Might get too.
Gastelum's just, you can hit that dude with a crowbar. You're not going to put him to sleep. He's just a tough dude. And there's no point in rehashing everything Joe said. He's just taller, stronger. He naturally walks around as the bigger guy. So yeah, Cannonier by decision. Again, Gastelum's not one of those dudes I like to throw in parlays either, because he will. I mean, he has that ability to take a fight from you. He's done it to us before, as a matter of fact. I can't remember which fight it was, Joe, but he
has screwed us.
He did it to us before. So yeah, but I think Cannonier is just a bigger, stronger dude. I think he'll probably lose the second round, but he'll win first and third round. So Cannonier decision.
So here's a good lesson for you guys watching what they just said. Now, it's a life lesson. The book of Roll will come out. Now, the experts here, when they don't pick a fight right, you think they think about it? Nah, it's erased. It's gone. All right. So the better who doesn't do any of the work and just listens to the experts remembers the names that cost them money. So I immediately remember this name. I go, this mofo, he has cost me money before. All right. So again, these guys are going to get some fights wrong, as they should. But they literally have went perfect on cards. And when you watch the experts and they only pick one fight, these guys are picking 5 or 6 fights for you. And they're opening up all kinds of parlay things for you. So it's a good segue into it. Bill, the champ. Who your parlays, who your locks, who's your DraftKings sleeper?
Okay. So my locks are going to be Pantoja and Pichel. If I'm going to do a parlay, I'll do Pantoja, Pichel, Sherman, and Jones. If you want a DraftKings sleeper, it's actually a female fight on the prelims I'm actually kind of interested in. It's the Bea Malecki versus Josiane Nunes. No relation to Amanda Nunes, but it's Nunes's first fight in the UFC. What worries me about her is that she's short. She's got that she's got like the Andrade.
She has Napoleon syndrome. Is that because Joe has that all the time?
But the thing about her is first fight.
Shake your head, Joe, like it's not true. Shake it like it's not true.
Her last 6 fights, she slept 5 of them. So she's going to come in throwing bombs. Bea Malecki's taller. I think she's going to have a 7-inch reach advantage, but her defense is kind of suspect. So if you want a DraftKings sleeper, I'd actually throw Nunes in there. She might come in and throw a bomb and shake that weight class up a little bit with another girl with some power coming up. So again, locks, Pantoja, Pichel, parlay, Pantoja, Pichel, Sherman, Jones. DraftKings sleeper, go with Nunes. I think she might come out and surprise everyone against this taller girl.
Wait, so you're taking Sherman over Porter again, just to make sure, because I'm trying to get my notes down.
Yes.
Okay. Absolutely. All right. So again, this is the time you take this out, viewers. You take this out and you write it down. And it's very important. Sometimes I get pretty hammered. I forget what I wrote down. I have to text them the next day. They get used to it. So, Joe, Triggered Joe, how are we going to make money this weekend?
Okay, first of all, one of my locks is Sherman. I see the competition in that fight being way lopsided. So I got Sherman. I also like Pantoja as a lock. My parlay is very similar to Bill's. I like Pantoja, Pichel, Sherman, and I like Madsen. I do. I like him enough. I like him enough to take him. And all of the great thing about that is all of those guys. I think Sherman's the heaviest favorite at -195, and then everybody else is closer to even money than that. So it's going to pay out well. And I'm really confident in that one. Madsen, Sherman, Pichel, Pantoja. I like that one a lot. Sherman and Pantoja being my locks. And my DraftKings sleeper is going to be Pilarte in the bantamweight prelims against Kelleher. Kelleher is older, shorter, giving up a lot of size and a lot of reach. So I like Pilarte at a +150 as a very good DraftKings sleeper.
Hey guys, I know some of you are watching for the fun, and we appreciate you staying on and watching. But this information is not going to be free much longer. We're not going to have a choice because these guys are too good. So pick the fights they're talking about. If you don't have any money, put $10, $15 down. And then, when you start building it, Bill, what did we turn $10 into? $1,200 over the last month?
Yeah, it's about that $1,200-1,300.
We started with a $10 bet, turned it into $1,200 a piece. About the same, plus or minus $100, right? So it's like,
Nick, how many parlays, no bullshit, how many parlays between Bill and I in the last 4 fight cards have you hit?
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
We got to start taking pictures of our bet slips because the people that bet are like, you're full of shit right now. That's what they're thinking. You know what? I can't blame them because the shit doesn't happen. Okay, it doesn't.
So I have some
not the best in the world because they don't know who we are yet. But I promise you, we will pick against anybody, anytime.
No, 100%. I'm telling you right now, I watch UFC for fun. All right, these guys down here on the screen, you got the experts. You got Bill, Seven Pearson, Trigger Joe Brisson. As soon as they set up their own Facebook pages, I'll let you know. I told them to do that a month ago. And then that way they could, show you their picks is what we talked about. So again, bet on these guys. If it's your first week betting with them and you want to blow your load, go for it, bro. But remember, Vegas has huge buildings because parlays, right? Parlays.
However, UFC 266 is going to be easy.
Easy money. Bill's calling easy money. So, hey, bet the parlays, bet the locks. The Big Earl.
We don't miss on pay-per-view.
This is the one time you should listen to the Big Earl. I take their picks. I take their locks. All right. I put $25 a pop on all of their locks. Sometimes that pays you $13, $10 because they're heavy favorites, right? So, but anyways, that makes you $13, right? And times 4, now you're at 50. So you bet a $50 parlay on a 6-fighter that pays out $800. All right. So on the worst weekends, I lose the parlay. I lose all the locks. I yell at Joe. I throw something at Bill the next time I see him, but that's extremely rare. All right. So again, it's called a hedge. Hedge your bets. Put money on the locks, put money on the parlays. That's how you bet that. Now, when football comes around, I'm going to show you how to hedge that Monday night bet or that Sunday night bet to make sure that you guys hit your parlays. And we'll get into that later. Anyways, big shout out to our sponsors, 10th Mountain Bourbon. That's why we're here. All right. And then we also got Kyle Early with Barrage Coffee. And again, thank you so much to our experts, Bill, Seven Pearson, the champion, the fister, right? So just come golf with me one time, brother. Anyway, so
I did. Remember what happened?
One time. Yeah, I had it with. We'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Nick, talk him into 14 holes.
Yeah, it was about 17. We didn't about 17. 17 it was done. So he was defeated, and then it was just awful. Dude, the drive was perfect. I hit my swing right in the fairway, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, this is over. And just all of a sudden, shank bottom. It's fucking ever.
It was like Scott Smith when he was holding his ribs and the guy rushed in and he caught him on the way in.
Yeah, terrible.
Like Nick thought
but you know what?
Bill kind of pump faked him, and that was it. It was over.
I'll give Nick his honesty when I said, "Hey, how many did you get on a hole?" He went, "Fuck, I don't know, man. You won." Once he got past 12, I think he just.
I had to go to the next hole and stretch out. I was like, I didn't even putt, bro. It's a fucking X. Like, that's what I got. Like no. I think I threw a ball up on the green just to putt it to look cool. I think that's all I happened. But anyways, we'll see you tomorrow at 1400 Eastern time. We have Patrick coming on. He's a Green Beret. All right, he's a Special Forces guy. Woo. All right, and he's going to talk about resilience. And he's going to talk about how to not be a bitch. All right. So that's literally what we're all about here.
Giorgio, make sure you sign on and listen to that.
Yeah. he said Giorgio, the fister, who apparently was a bitch, right? At one point in his life. All right. So grow up, grab him, pull him up. All right. And come watch. And we're going to talk about how to take things into a positive. It's really not that hard. Okay. Like, it really is. You lose. Oh, well, Joe lost. Look at, he's still here. I beat the shit out of Joe. And he's still here. But it happens. Let's end it on that, because Joe's in North Carolina. He's gonna go drink some Coronas with Kevin, and that's about it. So, anyways, big shout out to our sponsors, BarrageCoffee.com, 10 Mountain Whiskey, and we will see you guys tomorrow at 1400 Eastern Time. Love y'all. Bet big.